welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Becca Pop Glows the Glow Champagne Pop Face and Eye Palette and the Mini Party Popper Ultimate Lipsticks. If you do want to see a review and a demo, please keep watching. This is what the outer packaging looks like. It is reflective. You guys know I don't like reflective packaging. And then on the back we do have some of the ingredients. Let's go ahead and open this up. Slides right on out like so. Here we have the front of the palette. It does have this little sparkle detail in it. The palette is super chunky. I thought it would be a little bit thinner, but it does have a little bit of height to it. And then when you turn the palette to the back, you do have the shade names. Is this sticker put on wrong? It's upside down. It should really be placed this way. That's better now. You can see the shade names here. We have Champagne Pop, Caramel, Truffle, Berry, and Pink Cream. Let's open this up. Ooh. Oh, it comes with a mirror. I didn't even realize that. Let's see if it's a good quality mirror. We just removed this plastic here. Here's what the mirror looks like. It does seem like it is pretty good quality. I just don't like how chunky this packaging is. And can you even flip this back? No. I'm super bummed that none of these have the shade names written on the bottom. It's only on the back of the palette, which is not helpful at all as a consumer. Let's get into the swatches. We're going to start with the highlighter here in Champagne Pop. It feels very buttery in the pan. Here's what Champagne Pop looks like. Wow, that is super buttery, very reflective. It's a nice highlighter. I remember when Champagne Pop was first released, everybody went crazy over this highlighter. It was $38 back then, and I believe it is still the same price at Sephora and Ulta. I could not bring myself to purchasing that highlighter, which I would only use probably once or twice. I'm super oily, so I would probably rarely reach for that highlighter. I decided to pass on that highlighter, but when Becca did release this face and eye cheek palette, I decided to purchase it because this retails for $40 and you get a bit more variety. We're going to start with the next shade here. I'm not sure what this shadow is called. I believe it's Caramel or Truffle. It looks like Truffle, but I'm not sure. But wow, super buttery. And here's what that shade looks like. That is a beautiful shade. That can be a really nice bronzer or a highlighter for me. I do want to read a little bit about this palette. It does say Becca Pops the Glow Champagne Pop Face and Eye Palette is a collector's edition multi-use full face and eye palette featuring shades to highlight, blush, bronze, and define your eyes, including our best-selling Shimmer Skin Perfector pressed highlighter in Champagne Pop and 4 brand new exclusive shades in Pink Cream and Truffle that can be used as a blush, highlighter, or eyeshadow, plus 2 brand new satin finish shades in Berry and Caramel that can be used on the cheeks and eyes. It also says these luxurious shades instantly add a festive pop of color to any look. The possibilities are endless. The glow is all yours. I'm super excited about this. It's supposed to be an impressive formula, so we'll definitely see about that. The next shade we're going to be swatching is this one here down at the bottom. I'm going to be using this finger. Extremely buttery. Ooh, that would be a pretty highlighter and bronzer as well. I don't like how these two have shimmer in it. It should have been matte. I know this shade is called Berry because it's the only berry shade in the palette, and the last one is Pink Cream. So let's see what Berry looks like. Here we have Berry. The last shade is called Pink Cream. Here's what Pink Cream looks like. Wow, that is super pigmented. Here's what all 5 of the shades look like in the palette. Now we're going to create a look using it. The first shade I am going to be taking is this shade here. I'm going to be applying that all over my crease. You can see the shimmer in this shadow, but you can't really tell I'm wearing anything. Let's try this shade as a bronzer to see what it looks like. I'm just taking my bronzer brush. I'm going to tap into it. Take a little bit like so. Let's see how it applies. Here's one side of my face with the bronzer. It's very faint. You can tell I applied something on my cheek because here I have nothing. So it's a nice subtle bronzer if you don't want anything harsh. I do want to complete the eyes. The next shade I'm going to be tapping into is this shade here in Pink Cream. That on a fluffy brush. I'm just going to be packing that all over the lid. Since this was the most reflective shadow in the palette, to me it does seem like the most pigmented. I'm not a huge fan of just shimmer shadows on my eyes. I would like a transition shadow, a matte shadow. I can definitely deal with matte shades, but this is too much glitter for me on my eyes. I would have to use another palette in addition to this eyeshadow palette. I really do like this shadow in pink cream. Here's how everything is looking like so far. I really do like the eyes. I'm gonna tap into this berry shadow. I'm using the same brush that I used earlier to apply the first shadow. Just taking a little, I do want to kind of deepen out this crease. I love how pigmented that berry shade was. I didn't have to use a lot of pressure or a lot of product, and it was super pigmented. I'm gonna take the berry shade again, but this time I'm gonna use it on my blush brush. Just gonna take a little bit. This is the Lisa Frank brush. It works, it does the job. I have a little bit of the shade in berry. We're just gonna apply this to the cheeks. Berry shade is pigmented and I barely touched my cheeks. I do feel like the blush looks a little bit better now since I did tone it down using my foundation brush. Doesn't look too wham bam in your face. I like a subtle blush. I'm not really a blush wearer. We're pretty much done with the eyes. I do want to apply the highlighter in Champagne Pop in my inner corner. Just gonna be taking a little bit and just taking that in my inner corner. The highlighter in Champagne Pop is gorgeous. I'm just going to do a little bit of highlighter on my cheeks using Champagne Pop. I'm just going to pop it on my cheekbones. I'm not really a highlighter person, but this highlighter is extremely reflective. I do want to blend it out a bit with my finger. I'll also blend it out using my blush brush. I'm going to take a little bit with my finger and just do a little bit. Well, that's kind of a lot. On my nose. It's kind of too bright. What am I doing with this highlighter? I applied a little bit of the highlighter on my nose. I regret doing that. I feel like I still don't know how to use highlighter. I can definitely see myself using this eye and cheek palette. I do have to dabble with the highlighter a little bit more, but I love these two shades here. I love the berry shade. It is gorgeous, extremely pigmented, and I like this shade too. All in all, I love this eye and cheek palette. It works with my skin complexion surprisingly. I thought it would be way too light on me. Moving on to the Party Popper Ultimate Lip Set. Here's what the packaging looks like. It is so cute. It looks like an actual party popper. I wish you can just pop it open like this, but there's a pull here. You just pull it, and here we have 3 of the lipsticks. It says Becca. And then on the back you do have the ingredients. It comes with 3 deluxe lipsticks, so let's go ahead and try these on. Here's what the deluxe lipsticks look like. They're extremely reflective packaging. It says Becca. On the bottom here you do have the shade name. This is an Orchid. I do want to read a little bit about the lipsticks on the website. It does say Becca's Party Popper Ultimate Lipstick Love Mini Kit. That is a super long name. Becca's Party Popper Ultimate Lipstick Love Mini Kit. My goodness, I couldn't have just named it Ultimate Lipstick Party Popper. It says it's the perfect gift idea. Becca's makeup set of 3 long-wearing lipstick Ultimate Lipstick Love contains hyaluronic acid for a hydrated pout all night. Party all night with 8-hour long-wearing lipstick. The travel-friendly moisturizing lipstick is infused with hyaluronic acid coated in botanical oils to hydrate and smooth the appearance of lips. With pure color pigments and avocado and olive oils, the nourishing formula instantly drenches lips in long-lasting luminous color. The first shade we are going to be swatching is called Sugar. This is a cool light pinky beige shade. I do want to compare it to a deluxe size Pat McGrath, and then I also do want to compare the lipstick size to an Anastasia. This is like a regular standard lipstick tube, but definitely a deluxe size as the Pat McGrath. Let's open this up. Ooh, super pretty. This is a really pretty shade. I don't think it'll work for my skin complexion, but let's swatch it. So here's what the shade in Sugar looks like. I don't think it'll work on me. It looks too light. It does look extremely light, but let's see what it looks like applied on the lips. Extremely light. This shade is way too light for my skin complexion. Moving on to the next shade. The next shade is called Orchid. Ooh, this is very pretty. I definitely think this shade would look good on me. I'm not sure how this shade will look with this look, but let's find out. Let's swatch her. Ooh, extremely pigmented. Wow. That's beautiful. Let's see what it looks like applied on the lip. This shade is beautiful. It does feel hydrating on the lips and it does sit comfortably. I do have a couple full size of these lipsticks. I purchased those lipsticks at the end of last year. I have it here somewhere, I just can't find it. That's why I had to compare the lipstick size to the Anastasia one. I have a ton of lipsticks, I just end up losing them, so these would be great. I mean, I would probably lose this lipstick too because it's miniature, but let's see what the last shade looks like. The last mini lipstick in the collection is called Rosewood. Ooh, this is another beautiful shade. Let's swatch this. Ooh, very pretty. It's a beautiful rich rose shade. Let's see what it looks like applied on the lips. I overdrew the shade in Rosewood on my lips, so I do apologize about that. Not with this eyeshadow look that I have going on. So I'm going to remove this shade and then we'll talk about the lipsticks. I currently have the lip liner in Luna applied all over my lips. I really do love how this look did turn out. The mini lipsticks I was not a huge fan of. They're extremely creamy and I find that these shades really don't work for me. My final thoughts on the mini lipsticks is that I don't really like the formula. It's extremely creamy. I do like how pigmented they are, and I loved these two shades. The first shade I do have to mix in with the other two shades for it to work. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.